His supporters were all in tears as they lined the streets to watch him carry his cross up here. Skull Hill's the right name for this place. I've seen so much death here. The floggings, the beatings. They all take their toll after a while. All I can do to make sense of it all is to remember that those that we crucify up here are all criminals and they all deserve it. But this one's different. Some bits are the same. The crowd's all yelling and jeering, all out to see the show. The criminals are all falling to the ground under the weight of the crossbeams. There's shouting, there's humiliation. There's sense of revenge as people get their own back on the ones who've cheated them. As the criminals shout their insults back in their last-ditch attempts to justify themselves. But this one's different. This bloke Jesus barely said a thing. There's a whole different atmosphere up here. He took up his cross like it was a duty, a job that had to be done. He didn't fight the crowd, but he seemed intent to see the day through, almost like he was a centurion himself. I glanced at him a few times as he laboured to get up here, but I couldn't bear it. I just couldn't bear it. Every time I locked eyes with him, it was like his eyes pierced the very depths of my soul. Oh, gave me the creeps. As they slammed the nails in earlier and lifted him up between these two criminals, one of them started mocking him. I've never felt so uncomfortable in all my life. The boys have shoved a sign above his head. It says, King of the Jews. And one of the criminals says, save yourself and save us. But this guy, Jesus, he didn't even open his mouth to defend himself. What is going on? Then the other guy, the other criminal, turns his head weakly towards the first and he starts defending Jesus. He starts saying, stuff about him, sticking up for him. What's he got to gain? Then he turns to look at Jesus himself. And he says to Jesus, remember me when you come into your kingdom. And Jesus looks straight at the man. He looks straight at him, like he was being reunited with his long-lost son. And he says, today you will be with me in paradise. All the time he's been up there, he's never once cursed the people. He's never once said anything bad about them. It's all a bit irregular if you ask me. Really uncomfortable feeling about this one. Hang on, he's trying to say something. Let me just try and listen.
Father.
He's really weak now.
Father, forgive them. They know not what they do. My God, why have you forsaken me?
I've got that cold chill up my spine again. There really is something different about this bloke. Something a bit weird. What is it with him? He couldn't really be the Messiah that the Jews keep on going on about, can he? Why would God kill his chosen king? Why would he put the Saviour to death? It makes no sense.
Father, into your hands I commit my spirit.
Do you know what? I think it might be true. I think this man might really be the Son of God.